Town officials are working to finalize the fiscal 15 operating budget. Evaluations for our top school officials will begin this week, and state tick experts will be on Cape Cod this week. These stories and more on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Monday, May 12th, 2014. I'm Sarah Mannel. Budget season is in full swing here in the town of Barnstable. Town manager Tom Lynch says he spent last week working to finalize the operating budget for fiscal 15.
Mark Milne and Mark Ells, Bob O'Brien and I sit almost regularly through the year to be talking about where we are with our budget and what sort of things we'll be looking to for the next year, what's working, what isn't in the existing budget. And there are a lot of, as you might expect, changes, almost accounting type of changes that Mark Milne is looking to do to constantly make the budget a little more readable, as well as be sure that all of our expenditures are fit into the right categories. So there's often tweaking within the budget where we're moving monies around to make sure that they're in the category that they should be, and is accounting for all the expenses and making it easier for auditors and others to see. But I've been working with Mark on the budget message, and that's about a 9-page document that is in the beginning of every budget book. And I generally take those new priorities that are a part of the budget. I'm matching those with goals and objectives set at the beginning of the year, knowing some of the issues that the council has been interested in, some of the things that our staff has been working on for a long time that is able to come to fruition. So you will see something in there. Last year we started talking about performance management, and the Comprehensive Financial Advisory Committee made a recommendation that we do more with that. Well, we were able to go out last year and secure grant funding, and through the UMass School of Management, the Collins Center there, to get an analyst down. That started just in January of this year. We've been working on that. So you'll see an aspect of my budget where we're funding that to continue that.
Lynch says town council meetings scheduled for the 5th, 12th, and 19th of June will be set aside to deal with the operating budget. Council is expected to wrap up work with the capital budget this week. This week, the school committee will begin the annual superintendent evaluation process. Superintendent Dr. Mary Schakowsky says this is the second year the district has participated in the new educator evaluation system.
Once again, my evaluation by law is a public evaluation, and I have an opportunity on Wednesday night to present my evidence, my progress, if you will, and evidence throughout the past year. And the school committee then has an opportunity to hear that feedback, hear that evidence, look at that evidence, make their judgments, and then at the June meeting they will have a public discussion, and there will be a rating of my evaluation. And in essence, each member will then take some forms and evaluate me individually, and then the chair of the school committee compiles all those forms prior to the meeting in June, and then there's a public discussion of my evaluation. And, you know, it's been a work in progress, this new educator evaluation system, not only for me, for all the educators that, you know, we're trying to learn a new system. We also have an online system that we're using as part of the evaluation called Baseline Edge, and trying to input that and upload evidence into a new system, and then simultaneously learning the new system has been a challenge, but it's you know, they said with this, the Department of Education said with this new educator evaluation system, it's going to take anywhere from 3 to 5 years. But I think what's happening as a result of it is there is far more meaningful conversations about practice and improving practice and the impact that instruction and practice is having on student learning. So, you know, it's all good. It's a work in progress, but I'm looking forward to an opportunity to present my evidence to the school committee on Wednesday night. and then looking forward to their feedback for a public discussion at our last meeting in June. And then at the end of June, by June 30th, we submit all of our data on the ratings of every educator, every employee in Barnstable to the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. And that's sort of a new process that people are using.
The school committee meets this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. in the Town Hall hearing room. That meeting will air live right here on Channel 18. State public health officials will be talking about tick-borne diseases at Cape Cod Community College this week. College spokesperson Michael Gross says learning how to protect yourself and your family is important, especially in our region.
And we have some real experts coming to campus to speak, and we're very excited to have them, and also welcoming the public in the door as well as on the internet. We'll talk to that just in a moment. But Catherine Brown is the state public health veterinarian, and she's going to come and talk about the whole tick-borne disease process, the patterns, how to protect yourself. You know, we think of Lyme disease, but it's not the only one. And there are a number of other unfortunate infections you can get through ticks of various kinds, and they aren't just deer ticks. There are others. And unfortunately, we're just in a perfect place for them all. And so she's going to come and speak about what really is all out there. We certainly think of Lyme disease, and with that, Sam Donta is the infectious Lyme disease specialist. He is, in fact, an MD who really understands the disease. And it's a very insidious disease. It's one that oftentimes masks itself as other issues. I heard a story recently of a woman who went for years and years to so many different doctors, finally getting it diagnosed that, in fact, it was Lyme. This is an important thing to come and understand, and bringing these two experts onto campus, very, very excited to do that. And then, after they speak, we really take a look at the local perspective. We're very pleased to have the public health nurse, Deidre Arvidsson, is coming. Barnstable County, of course, has a very, very active Lyme, tick, public health awareness program. And she's going to be coming talking about what really is happening locally. And then, you know, how many of us maybe don't talk to our veterinarian? Maybe we're seeing some things in our animals that we just think is something else. And in fact, Corey Blake, a wonderful vet locally, is going to come and talk about tick-borne illnesses that are in dogs and cats. And by the way, other critters. How many times maybe we have young children, maybe you have a bunny in the house, and we let it out and it runs around on the lawn, and wait a minute, it really could have picked up some wonderful critter to bring into the house and infect it.
Cape Cod Community College is hosting the Tick-Borne Disease Prevention Discussion Wednesday afternoon at 4:30 in the Lecture Hall A. The event is free and open to the public. It will also be streamed live on the web at capecod.edu. Now let's get a look at sports with Brenna McCoubry.
Good afternoon, Barnstable. I'm Brenna McCoubry, here to bring you the latest on New England and Red Raiders sports. The Boston Red Sox played last night in Arlington, Texas, and beat the Rangers 5-2. The Sox will travel to Minnesota to take on the Twins tomorrow night at 8:10. Tonight, the Boston Bruins are back in Montreal after a big win this past Saturday, where they topped the Canadiens 4-2. The Bees face the Habs again tonight at 7:30 at the Belt Center. Taking a look at Red Raiders sports, the boys varsity volleyball game started at 5 away at Brockton. The girls varsity lacrosse team is on the road to Duxbury for a 5:30 face-off. Tomorrow afternoon at 3:30, girls varsity tennis is away at Notre Dame Hingham, and at 4, girls varsity will host Silver Lake, and on the road is boys freshman lacrosse at Sandwich. Boys and girls varsity track has a meet hosted at Bridgewater State University. That's all for sports this evening. Here on Barnstable Today, I'm Brenna McCoubry.
Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we'll chat with Police Chief Paul McDonald, Director of Public Works Dan Santos, and we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.